The following program contains explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
You're tuning in for season 1, episode 1 of
True Grit Chicks Opinionation.
What the hell is she talking about, man?
And my kids today, I went and kind of conversated with my ex about this whole thing that's going on with the transgender and the gender fluid, the general fucking misidentity of fucking what genders are. Listen, scientifically, there is only a male and a female species in the human race. Species like worms, there is hermaphrodites, okay? So they can change sexes, particularly some jellyfish, which are spineless invertebrates that live in the deep sea. Deep, dark sea.
Wait, did she just say it was jellyfish?
No way! Yo, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Now listen, you want to be a woman and you were born a man, that's fine. That's fine and dandy. Do what you want to do. But listen, scientifically, you cannot reproduce. You are not considered a woman unless you can reproduce. And I'm sorry. And if they ever make a man pregnant, which they probably will because it was foreseen in the movie Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Are they trying to make us seahorses? It's absurdly stupid. But whatever. I believe truly that they are trying, the governments of the world, maybe, are trying to condition our youth and our children to believe that there is more than one sex, and more than two sexes, and that you can be whoever you want, okay? You can be a woman even though you're a man and compete in sports with women who are genetically, physically less strong. They're not as strong as men. It's a fact. I'm sorry. It's a fact. But, women are smarter, so we got the advantage on that point. I'm just kidding. But anyway, my point is that is completely unfair. I don't give a fuck how feminine the guy is that turns into a woman, that he feels like he was born a woman, but he was stuck in a man's body. I don't give a fuck about that. That's bullshit. Listen, you should compete in transgender games then, alright? That's what should be going down, not this bullshit where men can come in and compete with fucking women and beat them constantly because they're actually not fucking women. That's not right. Period. I don't give a fuck. And who's to say that any of these other countries, specifically countries that are a little bit more radical right-wing, quote unquote, they ain't gonna accept no women or men being women in their sports. They're not gonna compete with us in the Olympics with men that are supposed to be competing with men. So how about we open a new category? Transgender sports. Hello? Are you people fucking dumb? Dense? Because if you're not, you can identify as a man or a woman, but you gotta fall into a category that's transgender now. I don't give a fuck. If you went from one sex to another in your lifetime, you are transgender. Period. Alright? So they should create a category for transgendered people. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You should not be competing, so a woman should be able to go and compete in a man's sport, alright, with the clear disadvantage, alright? But it should be known as transgender. I don't have a problem. I would probably watch and enjoy transgender sports. I think I would, actually. That would be pretty badass. Now listen, I support transgender, gender fluids, amoebas, whatever you fucking call yourselves. It don't matter. You are a human being no matter what. But scientifically, in the universe, there are no other mammalian species, intelligent mammalian species, that have more than two sexes. It's only male and female, light and dark, evil and good, spick and span, frick and frack, pork and beans, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So you guys can go and fall into your categories of if, ands, or buts, but have your own teams in transgender sports. I would fucking probably watch the shit out of that. I have no problem, especially I loved RuPaul's Drag Race. Doesn't mean I support nothing, alright? It doesn't mean nothing. I just like fashion, I like makeup, I like the way they dressed up, and I thought it was flattering that men would dress up like women and pass for it. It was actually fucking amazing. However, this whole thing with the sports, man, that's just scientifically, it's not equal grounds. Period. Genetically, it's not equal grounds, and it's not fair to the women, and you are not gonna fucking keep us down. Now, my second thing, this whole thing with Anheuser-Busch. Okay, Anheuser-Busch, everybody's giving them shit and they're giving shit back, whatever. Do you really think they give a fuck about the transgender and the gender fluid and the amoebas and the whatevers of everybody? Do you think they really care about your cause? They don't. You know what they care about is creating a controversy to boost the fuck out of their sales through whether it be a negative attention or positive attention. Any attention is attention to draw to their their product. They care about nothing but the money, okay? So let your little rainbow freak flag fly, okay? Let it fly, right? Because they're just using you for your money. They're using you for your cause. They don't give a fuck about anybody but their own company to make money off the public. Just like Nike does. Just like it's all a fucking scam, all right? So they don't care about your transgender rights and your... I don't even know, like, what to say. And I don't give a fuck, because I'm not going to be politically correct about this. I do not have a problem with people who want to, you know, express themselves physically as a woman or a man, whether they're born different sex or not, okay? If you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter. Science, the universe, you were created as a man and you want to become a woman, that's kind of a little sketchy, because you shouldn't be trying to play God on yourself. Unless you, there's maybe like very once in a while, there might be like an extenuating circumstance where somebody, damn, they were one tiny little fucking zygote chromosome, whatever the fuck it is, away from being a man, but they came out as a woman. And they know, and you can just tell. There's some people I grew up with, like, and I'm still dear friends with to this day, that I knew as a child, like as a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, when we were in classes together, or elementary school and whatnot, I knew they were not supposed to be a boy, or they were supposed to be a girl because they was talking like a girl, or, you know, just body language. And this is before they were spreading this propaganda, you know. I believe this propaganda is slowly being seeded into the youth of the United States in particular to propagate the population control, okay? I think it's being seeded so that in the future, our children will be less likely to live a standard issued life of husband and wife, 2.5 children, you know, picket fence, blah, 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 because they don't want that no more. The world elite does not want that. They want people to be separated. They want to control our population. They want to make it so we don't breed anymore. This is the beginning, okay? However, I think that ultimately, in the collective consciousness of humankind and the state of the world as of right now, pretty sure that this is just a fucking phase. You guys, man, stop bugging about this. Nobody's actually gonna take it stock. I mean, it's great that people are very creative in their gender issuance. You know, you get creative. Enjoy life. You only get one body. Live in it. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to convince the rest of the world that we have to conform to you coming in and fucking taking advantage of people who are women are definitely scientifically weaker than men. I can't beat up a 250-pound guy. Well, I mean, maybe I could, but the point is that don't come in there and try to fucking, you're not, there's no point in that, because eventually people are gonna be, they're gonna be like, this case is closed. There's only two sexes, all right? There's no intersex, there's no gender fluid. It's all, you're either male, female. Your mind is what is transgender. Your mind is, not your body, your fucking mind, all right? And that's something that we can change, because it's consciousness and free will. You can change. However, in physical Earth's reality, you cannot be more than one or the other. That's my rant. It's over, all right? This is all gonna fade away, probably in a couple years, because I think that it does have a lot of people confused, but like, you cannot change your physical being. You can change your mind. Change your mind. Move a muscle, change a thought. I don't know what the fuck that even means. But for real though, like, I'm just saying, like, I have no problem. I actually embrace people who are creative and who embrace intuitions and feelings and thoughts and change, you know, like, their identities. But it's not something that you have the right to do with your physical body and come in and say, I'm a woman now, let me go run this fucking race and beat the shit out of that weaker opponent every time and get all the fame and all the endorsements and all the fucking money because I'm a cheater. You're a fucking cheater. You fucking cheat, dude. For real. That's it. But by all means, if you want to be a man or a woman and you were born the opposite, your mind is open season. You can do whatever you want with that. Because you know what? You can do whatever you want with that. Same thing with mental illness, you know? Actually, I shouldn't have said that, but oh, fuck. If I ever publish this, that's probably gonna get backlash. Who gives a fuck? You know why? Because I have the freedom of speech in my country. I also have free will, and I can change my mind at any time. Hey, thank you for listening to True Grit Chicks Opinion Nation. I appreciate y'all listening in. Like I said earlier, this is just my opinion. My opinions don't state the facts for the most part, but if you got something to chime in about, feel free to message me, email me. True Grit Chick. I can't motherfucking say my name. But yeah, thank you for listening. I hope this gets out, and I hope people think the same way I do. If they don't, oh well, that's just me going out on a limb, and you can't get the fruit if you don't go out on the limb. Bye.